Are you into like magic and sorcery? What about LARPing? Well, lucky you. I'm reading a book called Morte by Thomas Mallory. This is about King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, by the way, just so you know. So like Sir Thomas Mallory, this guy was a criminal. But he wrote this in the 15th century, so like, I mean, this is as old as it gets, in my opinion. I mean, I know it gets a lot older, but we'll get into that later. So after the Roman invasion, okay, the Celts were like being invaded upon by the German Anglos, the Saxons, and the Jutes, okay? And Arthur was supposed to be the person that united everybody. He was like a military leader and basically united them to ward off the barbaric invading people. I mean, well, when it comes to barbarism by the definition of European people, we'll see. But this is just about book 1 of Le Morte d'Arthur. King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Heavy Christian themes in this book. Just FYI. Hi, airplane that loves to buzz when I'm recording. Great. Since when was my window open? Did I leave that open all night? So book 1 is all about the conception of Arthur, how he took over the realm, and the Lady of the Lake, how he gets Excalibur, and what a questing beast is. And when I tell you it's messy, it's messy. Like, for real, it's messy. Okay? I am appalled. I'm disturbed. Not all heroes are perfect people or good people. So the story starts off with King Uther Pendragon. Okay, that is his name. I'm not making that up. Okay, and he has a crush on Lady Igraine, who is married to the Duke of Cornwall. Okay? So in good kingly fashion, Uther's like, hey, like, I'm inviting you over to come hang out with me at my palace. All right, so come on, Cornwall. And on the way there, Cornwall's like, hey, Igraine, like, why are you so bothered? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, why are you mad? Are you hungry? Like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? And Lady Igraine's sitting there and she's like, you know the king is only inviting us over so he can exercise his kingly right and sleep with me. I'm a modest woman. I don't want to go. And Cornwall was like, bet. So they leave. They don't even make it. Okay, they don't even go. They're like, he's not sleeping with my wife. That's my wife. I get that if you're the king, you have the right to whoever and whenever, which literally was the rules, by the way. Way back in the day, those were the rules. That's why having a king isn't a good idea, because they can come for your lady. It's part of their rights. Yeah. Legit, swear, look it up. Look it up. So Cornwall and Lady Igraine, okay, they go to Castle Tintagel and Terabel. That's their place, that's their domain, that's their city. And Uther's like, fine, you won't come over, you won't let me be with your girl. I'm gonna lay siege, okay? I'm gonna war on your people and on your kingdom until I get that woman. I mean, talk about a creep. I mean, Uther is so weird. Like, excuse me? Weird. So during this battle, right, during this war, Uther falls sick because he's depressed. He's like, why doesn't Igraine just want to, like, give it up? Why do I have to go to war over this? Like, And his knight, Ulfus, Sir Ulfus, okay? He's like, oh my God, dude, like, why are you sad? Like, why are you crying? And Uther's like, because Lady Igraine doesn't like me. So Sir Ulfus is like, don't worry, I'm gonna go get Merlin. Okay, he'll know what to do. So Uther returns with Merlin. And the three of them concoct this really messed up plan to get Uther and Lady Igraine to do the nasty. I feel so bad for Lady Igraine. I mean, like, does she have a say in any of this? No. No, she doesn't. Merlin devises this plan to disguise King Uther and Sir Ulfius and Sir Brastias as other knights under, Cornwall. So Uther's gonna look like Cornwall. Ulfius and Brastias are gonna look like one of his other two knights, and he's gonna sneak in to Igraine's bedchambers and do something that would require consent for. Consent is just not a thing for these people. Well, guess what? The Duke of Cornwall is espying, and he finds out this plot. But during his little espying time or whatever, he gets killed. Okay? He gets taken out. So, unbeknownst to Igraine, she's a widow, and she thinks that the person she's doing the nasty with is her husband. Because, Uther is disguised as her husband thanks to the magic of Merlin. But get this, Merlin was like, look, we need to make a deal, okay? The baby that you guys conceive, you have to turn that baby over to me. I'll help you hook up with her. I'll help you get the girl. But the kid, you gotta give me the kid. And, Uther's like, I got a great moral compass. Absolutely. It's a deal. I'll give you my kid if I get to hook up with this. What's a baby to this guy? It's a human baby to King Uther. So, King Uther's like, oh my God, Cornwall's dead. And obviously, Lady Igraine is with child, and she's married to Uther, but she's like, dude, the day my husband died, Cornwall died, I could have sworn I was being with him that night. He was with me in my bedchambers. And she goes into great detail about how she conceived Arthur. She was like, I'm pregnant. And I mean, thank you for protecting my image and everything, but I don't know who got me pregnant technically, because my husband was dead at the time of, everything happening to me. And Uther's just listening to her. And this is after the birth of the baby and everything. This poor woman is just confessing, feeling so guilty for what's going on. And then Uther was like, actually, it was me disguised as your husband, your late husband. You see, at this time that Uther was alive, all of the realm was united. So King Lot ended up marrying one of his daughters, and gave birth to Sir Gawain, who ends up being one of the Knights of the Round Table. Also, another king marries this other lady, and they have a daughter called Morgan Le Fay, who's a necromancer. That's nice. Oh, and the necromancer's, the mother of Sir Iwain le Blanchimont, who's another Knight of the Round Table. They're mentioned this early for some reason. Anyways, after the birth of Arthur, Merlin comes and collects him. Okay, he takes him away and he gives him into the care of another knight named Sir Ector. So I'm gonna put the little art here of when they're giving the infant Arthur to Merlin. Okay? You're like, bye. Bye. Thank you for letting me hook up with this lady without her consent and kill her husband. Bye, baby. Okay, so there's gonna be a part 2. Let's go to the part 2. Go there for the rest of the summary for book 1. I'll see you there. Okay.